All right, so I guess we're live. Are we live? Are we alive? I think so. I think so. I think we're alive. I guess this attire has become like my standard issue costume, a signature standard issue costume that Mr. 4K will be using as an outfit. So, well, as you can see, Google Stadia. But as you can also see, I have a GeForce now above, right next to Google Stadia. I also need to put Project X Cloud next to it as well, because I like to enjoy variety, and I think I already mentioned this. Me, when it comes to cloud gaming, dude, I want all of these services to be successful, because the more choices I have, the better it is for me, better it is for you, better it is for everybody to have more choices. The more choices you have, the more variety you got, the better, right? Imagine if you just drink Coca-Cola and there was no Pepsi, there was no Monster energy drink, there was no Red Bull, there was just that old, tiring Coca-Cola. So I feel the same way. Let me tell you, man, this game looks fantastic on Chromecast Ultra. I've tested it. I played it in HDR. HDR, it's fantastic in this game. Graphics are good too. Let me tell you, man, this game, it's so good looking. It's one of those games that just, I guess it was not on my radar. It was not on anybody's radar. Because I don't know how many SUPERCROSS fans there are out there. The X Games, the SUPERCROSS, all that, like Monster Truck. But boy, let me tell you, this game looks really good on the OLED. I've tested it on the OLED. I also tested it on my QLED, which I need to work on that video. But man, let me tell you, the HDR in 4K, listen, whether you like Google Stadia or don't, you can't deny the fact that, hey man, they got the best damn technology to run these games. They got the best technology. I know there's people out there canceling their, dude, like, what are you doing? Like, that's so weak. Individuals who do that kind of stuff, to me, it's weakness. You're weak. You're a quitter. You quit. I'm not going to quit. I supported Google Stadia from the beginning, and since November 21st, and I have a tweet from Phil Harrison to prove that. And I have invested a bunch of money into the games and Google Stadia. I'm not going to quit. You know when I'm going to quit? When it quits. And I'm going to go down with the ship like every captain should. But I'm not going to quit and cancel my membership. What's wrong with people these days? Are you really that soft? I'm not going to say which YouTuber this is, but like, dude, are you really that soft? Are you really that soft? What happened? Your balls dropped off? Come on, man. Or are you just making a video to gain the views? Are you just exploiting the whole canceling the Stadia thing so you can get some clicks, get some views, because there's nothing else on your radar to make, headlines about? This is why it's difficult for me to make friends with other YouTubers, because they're just looking for that, they're just looking for this, and they know that I know what they're really after. That's why it's difficult for me to make friends on YouTube with the other YouTubers. Of course they know who I am, but it's difficult for me to get along with them, because there's this fakeness about them that's just so disgusting. Hey, what's up, Lee, to you? What's going on, brother? Listen, the more competition, the better. And I like variety, dude. Like, if people look at my channel, if they go through every single video, dude, I could hold the Guinness fucking records. The Guinness fucking records of variety. Like, unbelievable amount of goddamn variety. Just in past 6 years, you know. And I never complained. I didn't complain, ooh, my projector broke. What am I supposed to do now? Cry about it? No. I fixed it. Went there and fixed it. What did I do with my Samsung KS8000? Gave it to my brother. What did I do with my, my TCL P605? Gave it to another relative. You know, I do some giveaways and stuff, but I don't like bitch and moan about it. Oh, I made the problem is, man, people just want to justify. They need justification to justify. Ooh, I need to justify my purchase. How about just enjoy it, man? Money comes and goes. All right, dude, money comes and goes. Enjoy the service. Have some fun. Have some patience. People act as if there's nothing to play on Google Stadia. There's tons of games to play on Google Stadia, man. And this is just one example of it. You got Metro Exodus DLC. You got Darksider Genesis. You got the Division 2's coming out. You got Guild. You got Football Manager. You got NBA 2K20. Dude, everyone's acting as if like there's nothing to play. Like really, there's nothing to play. All right, here's what I would say to people. Here, how you can prove to me that you're not a pussy, that you're not some soft-ass soy milk cocksucker. If you're gonna make a video and say that you're gonna cancel Google Stadia, don't you fucking dare come back a year from now. Don't fucking renew your Google Stadia account. Don't renew it. No. Stay the course. Stay the fucking course. Be a good soy milk soft ass pussy and just say, guess what? I'm sticking with it. I'm canceling Google Stadia. I'm never renewing my account. Why don't you be a man and do that? But here's the problem with these YouTubers. I'm not going to say who they are. They're all making the videos right now saying how they're going to cancel their subscription. And then September, come September, when the Cyberpunk comes out, guess what? Guess what? They're all going to renew their damn subscription. Every single one of them going to renew their damn subscription. I feel if you're going to be a bitch and if you're going to cancel now and not support it and then wait till 6 months from now and then renew it again, to me that's just a shitty ass, soft ass way of looking at things. To me, you're soft. You're pussy ass soft is what you are. Soy milk soft ass pussy ass, some kind of a YouTuber. If you're gonna cancel it, then cancel it. Stick with it. Be a hater. Be a Google hater full time. Exactly, yeah. They are. Hey, what's up, Stadia Cloud Gamer? You know, it just so drives me crazy. And that's the funny thing. Every single one of those YouTubers is gonna come back. They're going to come back 6 months from now. Oh man, did you see how awesome it runs on, how Doom Eternal runs? Oh my god, did you see how awesomely fast Doom Eternal runs on Chromecast Ultra? Did you see that new Chromecast Ultra number 3? It could support 8K in the future with the HDMI 2.1. Oh my god, now I can do a 4K HDR from a Chrome browser. Now I can do a 1440p 120 Hz. I can now do 240 Hz in 1440p from a Chrome browser with 4K and HDR. Oh my god, why did I cancel? Why did I cancel my Google Stadia? Because you're a fucking cunt. You soft ass, soy ass, milk motherfucker. That's why. And you're coming back 6 months after to say, oh, Google Stadia is much better now. Me, I'm going to stick with it. I have credibility. Hey, the CEO. This is, you can look it up. Go to his page. I think it was November 25th. He highlighted my comment. It's on Twitter. Go check it out. Don't take my fucking word for it. Go check it out. That's loyalty and fucking credibility. I went to Phil Harrison Twitter page and I said, I don't know what everyone's bitching and moaning about. I said, It was so easy, so fast to hook up Google Stadia with a Chromecast Ultra. I got my code, typed it in the code, set it up on my phone, and I was ready to go. In less than 5 minutes, I was ready to go and start playing Destiny 2 and other games. Now, I didn't use profanity on his Twitter page, but I did say it was as simple as 1, 2, 3. It was very easy to use. He loved the comment. He highlighted the comment, and he even direct messaged me to tell me, I'm glad you're enjoying Google Stadia. And that's that. I have that proof to back that up. So I'm sticking with this, with the Google Stadia. I supported it since day one, and I'm going to support it till it officially goes down. If it ever goes down, I'll go down with the ship like a real fucking man. Not like some soy milk soft ass complainer. Okay, can you tell me what service, hold on, what service currently gives you the 4K and HDR on your television? Does GeForce Now gives you 4K and HDR? Huh? Huh? Can't fucking hear you. Nothing. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Anyway, let's go. Let's have some fun, man. I had to just get that off my chest because, man, I'm sick and tired of these soft ass soy milk motherfuckers on YouTube, you know. I'm canceling. I'm such a soft ass. I was pampered as a little kid. I was pampered my whole... I would love to drop you in the middle of fucking Syria with nothing. Just maybe shorts. And you'll see how long before you fucking survive. Motherfuckers. Let's go. Let's do this. That's the real talk. Maya, I'm not going to cancel this. Why would I cancel it? Why? Why? There's 28 games. Tons of content to play. Alright, let's go. Let's have some fun, man. Let's do this. Let's do it. Look at this in 4K. Who is streaming in 4K? Who? Hold on. Who? Is Young Yeah streaming in 4K? My ear's gonna fucking fall off. Is Young Yeah streaming in 4K? I don't fucking think so. Is IGN streaming in 4K? I don't fucking think so. Is GameSpot or whatever that they call themselves these days streaming in 4K? No, they're not. Who's streaming in 4K currently right now? Who? Who? This guy, Mr. Fucking Nobody. That's who. That's a fact. Go kiss my rebel dick. That's who. Me. Let's go. I'm on a George Carlin mode. So there you go. Man, look at this, man. Look at the graphics. And I'm not even using HDR here. When you see this shit in HDR, it's fucking amazing, man. Actually, let's start from the beginning. We got to see this from the beginning. Was that? I'm all for the graphics, especially since the purpose in my having an Xbox One X. But come on, fam, they don't even have a big library of multiplats. Well, neither did PlayStation when it first came out. It took about a couple of years till 1998, 1997, till they finally got Resident Evil, till they finally got Gran Turismo, till they finally got Konami and Metal Gear, espionage, tactics type of a game. Alright? Nobody starts in first 3 months with shitload of games. You guys have this ridiculous fucking expectations, alright? Which is so soft ass fucking bullshit. Alright? No one seems to appreciate anything anymore. I can appreciate this. You know? Come on, guys. I want everything now. I want everything now. Oh, wouldn't I like to fucking have everything now? Wouldn't I like to be landing on the Mars? Wouldn't I like to be able to press a goddamn button and transform myself into the Mars and live on Mars with a bunch of hot bitches laying on the fucking sand with a pool and a clean air? Wouldn't I love to have that fucking fantasy? Let's be realistic here, guys. Let's not talk bullshit, you know? Google Stadia is not going anywhere. It's here. It's here to stay. It's not going to go anywhere. I just can't believe that there's this much goddamn hate for Google Stadia. Like, you see, look, you watching this. Okay, you have eyes, right? And if you have a shitty connection that cannot support 4K resolution, that's on you, dude. That is on you. If you can support a 4K resolution, that's because of your shitty internet, that you need to invest on a better internet, okay? I am broadcasting this in 4K and streaming it. Broadcasting in 4K and streaming it from a cloud data center. Look at the graphics, dude. Look at this. Come on. Exactly, even Marriage. Doom Eternal's coming out, dude. You know what's funny, even as soon as the Doom Eternal comes out, and when they see how fast it runs with a mouse and keyboard, when they see how beautifully it looks on a Chromecast Ultra on the television, they're all gonna change their minds. Okay, looks like there's a reason for us to jump into Google Stadia now. No, don't jump into it. No. Stay canceled. Stay canceled and wait for the patch updates to see if it's going to work with your AMD graphics card, to see if it's going to work with your goddamn GPU, your CPU AMD. Wait for the AMD to patch it up for a couple of weeks. Wait for the NVIDIA to patch it up for a couple of weeks. Wait for a bunch of patches and updates to get it running properly. It's going to take you a couple of weeks, while everybody else in Google Stadia is going to be already finishing the campaign and already playing the multiplayer. So go ahead. Stick with your GPU, your expensive $800,000 GPU. Stick with your expensive CPU. Go waste that goddamn money. Guess what? We're going to be sitting in front of our televisions, click of a goddamn button, click, and playing the Doom Eternal. That's a convenience. That's a convenient way of playing. I got a PC, I got everything. I'm variety. But I'm also not going to sit here and listen to bullshit criticism about Google Stadia. Okay? Come on, guys.
It's time to go racing. Eyes focused on the
It's like a broken record. We get it. They don't have many games at the moment. But what they do have, it's pretty fucking awesome. But let's not give it any credit. Let's not give it any credit. The fact that they're the only goddamn service that streams 4K and HDR. Let's just not mention that. Let's just ignore that. Oh my God, let's just ignore that. Can we ignore that? Yes. Yeah. Let's just forget about that even exists. That they're the only sheriff in town that's streaming 4K and HDR. No one else is doing it. Nobody. No one. They're the only one doing it. xCloud's just sticking to the damn phones with a Samsung partnership. And then, what you call it, GeForce Now has the NVIDIA Shield, but NVIDIA Shield is only doing a 1080p, which is embarrassing. That the best you can do is 1080p in 2020. Like, get the fuck out of here. You know. I'm sorry. Well, if you want to, you see, getting the little taste of your own medicine. I just bashed NVIDIA GeForce, and the fact that they didn't sign any partnerships with any of these companies. What does that tell me? They're trying to find an easy way to make a quick cash. All right. Google's not doing it. Google's not afraid to make a partnership with Ubisoft. They're not afraid to make a partnership with the other companies. They're investing goddamn money. All right, so let's have a real talk. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's have a real talk. If we're gonna have a real talk, let's have a real talk. Not some bullshit double standards. All right. but no one wants to talk about it. Everybody wants to be a soy, soft ass milk kind of conversation. NVIDIA GeForce right now, with the Blizzard pulling out and Activision pulling out, what is there to play? It doesn't support my entire library. Hold on a second, hold on. Let's back the fuck up here. Sorry, you know what? Language warning. This is Mr. 4K, not some pretending to be your lullaby scripted type of a YouTuber. This is a real talk. Let's talk about GeForce Now. No, let's talk about GeForce Now. What is GeForce Now? It's a service, cloud gaming service, that lets you use some limited supported games that you may or may not have purchased. And if you haven't purchased them, you're going to have to repurchase them again. So they're still forcing you to purchase the damn game so you can stream it through their service. And why the hell would I purchase a game? No. Think about this shit. No. Think about this for a moment. Why in the hell? Why in the freaking Zeus's butthole would I purchase a game like, for example, Hell Let Loose? That's $39 or something like that. Why would I purchase that game just so I can play it on a GeForce Now? Why would I do that when I can just simply play it on my big giant 50-inch ultra widescreen 3840 by 1080 beautiful 144 hertz screen with a FreeSync and enjoy the real ultra wide experience? So why in the hell would I bother just getting it for that? And why would I play it? No. Why would I play it on the GeForce Now with a lousy 1080p when I can play it on a big giant ultra wide screen? So what benefit are you getting? Really? NVIDIA, you having a difficult, after 7 years, 7.5 fucking years, you're beating yourself in the chest. We're the best GPU company, blah, 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 blah. But yet you're having a difficult time giving people the 4K and HDR option? That's not good, my friends. That's not good at all. It's 2020. It's fucking 2020. 1080p, that's something like, I don't know. Let me guess. It sounds like 2006 when I got excited about my first HD television, widescreen television. 720p, and then I jumped into 1080p. 1080p, it's old fucking news. Seriously. So, right now, the only goddamn company that is giving you a crystal clear 4K and HDR with the HDR slider, it's Google Stadia with the Chromecast Ultra. No one else is doing it. If there's anybody else out there doing it, I would like to know. Who is that? Who? Nobody. GeForce Now. Everybody's acting the GeForce. If it's some kind of like the best service ever made. No, it's not. Have you tried playing it on your NVIDIA Shield? A fucking disgrace. A big giant mess. A shitload of mess. That's what it is. And NVIDIA Shield, to begin with, it's a goddamn mess with that Android operating system. It's a goddamn mess. Clunky and freezes, and it doesn't respond always properly. No one wants to talk about that. Why? Well, it's a double standard. So we're not going to talk about any negativity that NVIDIA has. Let's just talk about that NVIDIA is here to destroy Google Stadia. NVIDIA is not going to destroy Google Stadia. Though, you know what? Do you know what's probably going to happen to NVIDIA Shield? To NVIDIA GeForce Now? Most likely. Mark my words. Most likely. Most freaking likely. GeForce and NVIDIA is going to shut down their service. Mark my fucking words. They're going to shut down their service. because they don't want to pay these publishers. Because everybody else, once they find out that the Blizzard is pulling their games out, Ubisoft is going to want to take some chunk of money from that pie. Everybody wants to make money, okay? They're not in business for charity work. They're in business to make a freaking money. So you think the Nvidia is going to stay in this game? No, they're not going to stay. They're going to pull the freaking plug and say, we'll just stick to making GPUs. All right? We don't need to be jumping into this big giant war of Google and Amazon and xCloud. Why don't we just do what we do best, create GPUs? So don't keep your hopes too high about GeForce Now, okay? Don't take your hopes too high. You should get your hopes too high on this. Google Stadia spent billions of dollars, okay? No one's going to spend that kind of goddamn cash to fail. Mark my words, guys. You can come back to this live stream and you're going to see how freaking right I was. Ah! Hold on. I got to concentrate. Mark my words, guys. You will see how tables gonna turn by the end of this year for Google Stadia.
It's time to go racing.
This is 4K, man. 4K, the only service that will let you have a 4K and HDR. You know what kills me the most is the fact that some of you don't even want to give this Google Stadia a chance. Like, you don't even want to give it a chance. Like, just wait. I mean, are you in some kind of a hurry? Do you have some kind of like expiration date on your forehead or something, and you're in some kind of a goddamn hurry? What's the hurry? What would you rather? That they publish a bunch of half-assed glitchy games, or would you rather have a great library of excellent working games? Okay, think about it. Google is not interested in quantity. The quantity of 300 games doesn't do shit for me if those 300 games, if 35 to 45% of them are glitchy and not working. I don't care about the quantity. I care about the quality. Google Stadia cares about the quality, not so much the quantity. You guys are so stuck up about the quantity. Yet half of those games going to be glitchy. Glitchy as fuck. Okay? And I'm pretty sure Google cares about quality. More quality games. So when you release Doom Eternal next month, I don't have to think about, ooh, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? Are you gonna have some glitches? Are you going to have some issues? There won't be any issues. It's going to work perfectly. Why? Because they are working on it as we speak. The team is working on it as we speak to make sure that it's running smooth with all the updates and everything. While you, on your NVIDIA graphics card and AMD graphics card, going to be waiting for patches, problems with the Steam, problems with the servers, problem with this, problem with that. Wait for the new drivers. The shaders are not working properly. The real-time ray tracing is not working properly. This is not working properly. Ambient occlusion is broken, needs to be patched up, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? Me and others on Google Stadia going to finish the campaign, going to enjoy playing a bunch of, Doom Eternal matches online. We're going to have a good time. You see what I'm saying? That's what Google is interested in. They're interested in quality, not quantity. 120 but we don't know which of those 120. Cyberpunk will be released. We all know that Cyberpunk will be released on Google Stadia. We all know that the Doom Eternal will be released on Google Stadia. I don't have to think about that. That's already a done deal. All right, it's a done deal. They signed the papers. It's a done deal. Okay. The Watch Dogs 3 Legion, it's coming. It's a done deal. Watch Dogs 3 Legion is coming. The Avengers are coming. These games are coming. Okay. And yes, probably in the future you will see The Witcher 3 Complete Edition, Remastered Complete Edition, hitting the Stadia market as well. But guess what? When the game is released, it's going to run super smooth. Remember, man, they care about the quality, not so much the quantity. I can play a bunch of games on GeForce Now, but guess what? I have to tweak every single one of them with a lousy 1080p because their data center is not allowing me to use this unlimited VRAM or unlimited DDR6 RAM. You know, you're limited to what you can do. So with Google Stadia, every game that's released works perfectly, works fine. No issues. I haven't had issues with none of these games. All 28 of them work perfectly fine. Not one, not even Borderlands, not even Rage 2, not even Just Dance game. Even Trials. All of the games are just working flawlessly on Google Stadia without any hiccups. Yes, man, I can't wait for the Avengers. All right, let's do some SUPERCROSS, man. It's time. Hold on a second. There's something else I got to do here. I forgot to do something here. We got to make it legit. Okay. I just want to make sure that the Stadia is a bit bigger. Like right here. That's it. Let's go. Ah! No. I mean, Google Stadia is already here. I mean, it's not going anywhere. People are talking about that Google Stadia is like it's dead. Like, how is this dead? Like, I mean, explain to me how Google Stadia is dead. I mean, can you just like explain it to me? How is it dead? Clearly, you can see it's alive and well. Clearly, you can see that they're releasing the games. How is it dead? People say, "Oh, Google Stadia is dead." Well, how? How? How is it dead? How? Did they shut down the service? Did they make any announcements for shutting down the service? So when people start giving me those messages saying, "Oh, Google Stadia is already dead," how? You've been saying that for 3.5 months. What happened? Not a goddamn thing. And I think this is the problem. Is I think some of these YouTubers and some of these haters out there, they just can't believe. They can't believe. Oh my God, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do. All of this campaigning, all of this talk, all of these videos we made, Google Stadia is still here. Google Stadia is still releasing their stuff. They're still here. Do you know why they're still here? I'll let you in a little secret. Because they have more money than God. They're not just rich. They have unlimited wealth. Okay? They can do whatever they want to do. They're Google. Okay? Okay, all right. Okay, good. That's why. They're not going anywhere. They're here. So enjoy it. What's up, Royal Boyle? Good to see you, Royal, man. Long time no see, brother. How you been, man? I haven't seen you in a while. I hope everything's cool. I hope, you know, that you're moving on. And I know it's tough, man. I mean, I don't want to say it here and publicly, but I know what you're going through, brother. And just stay strong, okay? Just stay strong, man. Keep pushing forward. But I'm glad to see you, man. I'm glad to see you here. My friend Royal Boyle, man. Good to see you. He's a true gamer. He's somebody who enjoys variety and speaks the truth. I like individuals who speak the truth. You know, I don't like individuals who pretend to be something that they're not. So big shout out to Royal Boyle 78. What's up, M Strong? Prince Shaggy. They're haters for everything except Sony, I guess. Oh, there's plenty of Sony haters out there. You just need to find where to look. Trust me, they're out there. But they're not that big, you know. I mean, but they're out there. They're out there. All right, brother. They just, you know, one day at a time, bro. One day at a time. That's the only thing you can do, and just stay strong. You know, originally when I heard about this game, I thought that this is going to be like some Nintendo 64 type of graphics, like something like really half-baked experience. But man, was I wrong. I was like so wrong about this game, dude. Not only does it look beautiful, but on 4K and HDR television, guys, do yourself a favor. Check this game out, man, on Chromecast Ultra. Dude, this looks just bananas. All right, let's get serious here. Let's see if I can dominate this match. You know, I would really love if Google Stadia would be my partner, because I would love to ask them if they could give me body passes, if they could give me some codes so I can give it to you guys, because all of you who are skeptical could try it. You know, that's the one thing I would like. That would be like the only reason that I would ever team up with Google Stadia, just to have them give me all the codes so I can give it to you guys so you can try it out for yourself. Like, I would love to have you guys just try it. Just try it, man. You know. Even, it's definitely worth it. This game on the HDR, dude, it looks so much better, man.
Here we go.
It's like night and day difference, man.
It all comes down to this.
It's like three-dimensional. There's so much depth to it. Like on the dirt, on the rain effects, on the when the fireworks goes out, dude, it just looks amazing in HDR. But here, let me show you how amazing it looks here. Maybe I can use the camera here, because since we're in 4K here, hopefully you guys are watching in 4K. Look at this level of detail, man. I played this yesterday on my dude. This is from a cloud data center. This was never possible 3 years ago. You couldn't have done this 3 years ago, or even 4 years ago. And here we are. I mean, look at this, bro. It's crazy. Your Xbox version is not going to look like this. Your PlayStation version is not going to look like this good. I can guarantee you that. It's crazy. Just to kind of give you some perspective here. You have 32 megabits per second. That's more than enough, bro. 32 megabits per second is more than enough. And some people say, oh, it's not a big deal that GeForce Now doesn't have all the Call of Duty games. It's not a big deal that they don't have StarCraft 2. It's not a big deal that they don't have Overwatch. It's not a big deal that they don't have World of Warcraft. Are you kidding me, dude? The Diablo 3, Diablo 4. Do you know how big of a blow that is, man? Those are big, giant games. Just the Call of Duty franchise. It's like, seriously? You just lost millions of players who were... Hold on. You just lost millions and millions and millions and millions of players because they're like, oh, screw this shit, man. I cannot take my World of Warcraft experience. I cannot take it with me. Oh, screw this, dude. I cannot play Overwatch. Me and my girlfriend or whatever, we used to compete with the Overwatch, but now we cannot take it with GeForce Now. Or I cannot play my Modern Warfare and Black Ops experience. That's a huge blow, not having Blizzard and Activision on there. Who are you kidding? It's a huge loss. Tremendously huge loss for GeForce Now. Anybody who says otherwise, it's full of beans. It's full of beans. Oh, shit. Let's go. Let's go. But hey, are you guys getting a 4K feedback? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's all gone, dude. It sucks, dude. Do you know how badly it sucks that I cannot play Call of Duty? Dude, the reason I said, okay, Google Stadia, it's over. Because I was like, oh my God. This is it for Google Stadia. If they can get a deal from Blizzard and Activision and GeForce Now can get it. But you see, I didn't know that the GeForce and Nvidia never asked for permission, never signed a deal. Guess who might be signing a deal? How about this? We'll continue this, but I got to tell you something. I think I figured this out. What are the odds? 3 days ago, was it 4 days ago? I'm sorry, it was last week, prior to the launch of GeForce Now. Prior to the launch of GeForce Now, last week. Guess what was in the news? That Google was having a meeting with some sort of a partnership with Blizzard and Activision. And what are the odds that all of a sudden now, once GeForce Now was released on the cloud, with support of Blizzard and Activision, that all of a sudden now Blizzard and Activision is pulling all those games out from GeForce Now? Conflict of interest, maybe. Conflict of interest because maybe Google Stadia is working a deal with Blizzard and Activision. If Blizzard and Activision brings all of those games that they have to Google Stadia, that's it, bro. No one's going to be saying, ooh, Google Stadia sucks. No one's going to be saying, oh, Google Stadia this, Google Stadia that. If that happens, and who knows, that could very well happen. That could happen. We don't know. Not to mention the Ubisoft Play Plus. Think about it. If they do this, if they bring Blizzard and Activision to Google Stadia on top of Ubisoft Plus library, on top of 10 timed exclusive games for Stadia, and then extra 2 exclusive specifically from Google Stadia Studio games, then you're gonna have a lot of reasons to jump into Google Stadia again. All right, wouldn't you have some more reasons to jump into Google Stadia? Well, I think yes. So this could easily happen. Could easily happen. Okay. And guess what, my friend? If Blizzard is gonna move from the Twitch from Amazon, if Activision and Blizzard is gonna go away from the Twitch and they're talking to Google, can you guess on which service they're gonna be live streaming? Yes, YouTube, owned by Google, Stadia, owned by Google, and then Stadia, you can directly live stream from your Google Stadia onto YouTube your World of Warcraft games, and then same thing with Call of Duty. That could easily, and same thing with the Overwatch, that could easily happen. But no one thought about that. No one was thinking about that. Nobody connected the dots. Hey, what are the odds? Google's having talks with Blizzard and Activision, and all of a sudden GeForce Now gets released last week, officially exiting out of beta, and all of a sudden they're pulling out all of the Blizzard games and all of the Activision games. What are the odds? Look, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, think about it. Think about it for a moment. No, I don't think Blizzard's going to be making their own cloud. No. I think they probably want to partner up where they can get paid a good share of money with what they're already making, you know. I don't think they're big. Listen, Blizzard is big, Activision is big, but they're not that big. All right. $20 billion a year, it's Google can wipe their ass with that kind of money. Okay? The kind of money that Google makes worldwide by the end of the year. Okay? So they can wipe their ass with $20 billion. We're talking trillions. When it comes to Google, we're talking trillions of dollars net worth. Okay? They're like sheiks. They got unlimited wealth of money. So why wouldn't Blizzard team up with a YouTube? YouTube is gigantic. It's a juggernaut. YouTube gaming is juggernaut. And this will suck for Jeff Bezos. This will suck for Amazon and Twitch, because then everybody will be moving from Amazon and Twitch to join YouTube gaming. Think about that. Listen, I'm not saying anything. I don't have any concrete proof. To back this up. But think about it. What are the odds? Google is meeting with Activision and Blizzard prior to the launch of GeForce Now. As soon as GeForce Now is launching, and it was launched last week on Tuesday, just a few days after, they pulled all the Blizzard and Activision games. They pulled them all out. What are the odds of that? Think about that. Let's go. Well, there you go, Stadia. That's just the United States. You're not considering the globally, the net worth globally, and then the investors and shareholders and stock market. They're not going to give you the exact numbers, but believe me, it's in trillions. Believe me, it's in trillions.
Get ready. The gate is about to drop. Here we go.
Well, there you go. $1 trillion right there, bro. 1 trillion right there. It's a big chunk. Look, I just hit this guy. That's a big chunk of money, man. So why wouldn't Blizzard, I mean, why wouldn't they partner up with the biggest, streaming service, YouTube? I mean, YouTube has, dude, everyone on this planet, it's connected to YouTube. Find me anyone on this planet that is not connected to YouTube. So why wouldn't World of Warcraft, Blizzard, host their games on YouTube? Do you know how many views they're gonna get, man? With I have to restart this, man. I gotta concentrate. This game is difficult, by the way. Imagine how many views they're gonna get. Forget the Twitch. Twitch can kiss their rebel dick. Okay, Twitch is gonna be a joke in comparison the amount of views they're gonna get when they're hosting the World of Warcraft, StarCraft, StarCraft 2, and then Diablo 3, and then Diablo 4 that's coming out this year. And guess where you're gonna see Diablo 4? 100% Diablo 4. I can guarantee you, Diablo 4, by the end of this year, you'll see it on Google Stadia. Trust me. You'll see Diablo 4. And you're going to be able to stream it directly from the YouTube with your Google Stadia app. You just sign into your Google Stadia account and you can stream directly from Google Stadia to your YouTube. 1440p, 4K, 1080p. Choose what you want. All of these features are coming, guys. This shit is coming. It's just you don't see it now. You don't see it. I see it. You don't see it. Trust me. It's coming. Rebel Dick does the old way of saying, because I remember, like, who the hell was it? And I think it was my cousin. My cousin, Jeremy. He always said, when I would say something to him, like, dude, you suck at this, man. Come on. He goes, oh, go kiss my rebel dick. Like, he always uses that phrase. Let's go. Thank you, Lee, to you, man. I appreciate it. My rebel dick. Kiss my rebel dick.
The riders are in the gate.
You prick.
The roar of the engines is deafening.
Let's go, man. Let's do this. Okay, I gotta win, man. Okay, I'm serious now. This is it. No more screwing around. That's it, man. I gotta get serious over here, man. It's the 4K footage. You know, I need to get serious here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get serious here, guys. This is it. Come on, come on. I want to win. But you have to be focused, guys. This game is not easy. I'm not kidding. This shit is very hard. So, excuse me while I focus. Are you guys getting a 4K video? If you're not watching this in 4K, how dare you? How dare you? Let's shift the gears. How about that Samsung S20 Ultra? How about that S20 Ultra? 108 megapixels, 8K resolution, 8K recording, 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. Whoa, 120 hertz refresh rate. Oh my goodness. Can I have that phone right now? If you pre-order it right now, you get the extra free included Samsung Buds 10 Plus or whatever. I forgot what's it called. That phone, that cell phone just looks bananas. It's 6.9 inches long. That's what she said. 65 inch, man. She can't go all the way that much, man. 65 inch is just too much for her. You gotta go 6.9, bro. Okay? She's gonna say, listen, man, I understand it's a great quality, but 65 inch is too much for me. Okay, I cannot go that deep. Relax, Godzilla. All right, Godzilla. Gojira, Gojira. 1300. Well, let's look at what you call it. iPhone 11 Pro Max 11. It's what, $1,200? It's expensive too. Note 10 Plus, it's like $900. They're all expensive, man. You know, I think it's a fair price for 128 gigabyte. I think it's a fair price. I think, you know, $1,300. It's a fair price, in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, look what you're getting, dude. You're getting a lot of technology, bro. Do you know how much it's going to cost you to buy an 8K camera? Do you know how much it's going to cost you to be able to play something with 120 hertz on an AMOLED screen? I think it's worth it, dude. I think it's 100% worth it. What's up, Giovanni? Giovanni Val, welcome. Look at this, in 4K, not a single drop. Not one single drop of being scrambled. Clean detail, clear, crystal clear, 4K. And don't say that I'm a GeForce Now hater. I'm not a GeForce Now hater. Why? Because I have GeForce Now. And I even put a GeForce Now logo. But I just think it's unfair that the Google Stadia is getting all this hate. I just think it's unfair, man. Like, come on. Come on now. Come on. It's embarrassing. They're calling it shitty Stadia. Come on, it's not fair. Google Stadia is good, man. Yeah, they can record 8K even. Yes, 8K resolution with a with some ridiculous ultra widescreen ratio, like 16:10 or something. Like ridiculous ultra widescreen ratio, and it has 108 megapixels on the camera. 108 megapixels, dude. You can make like a outstanding 8K documentary. Seriously, you can make your own goddamn documentary. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make an 8K documentary. I'm gonna go into the woods looking for a Sasquatch with an 8K. See if I can film a Sasquatch with an 8K camera. I am so glad I will never cancel it. Never, ever. It's like a Churchill said. Never, ever surrender. Never, ever give up. Oh, do you know I'm going to record it in 8K? You know, Ivan, I'm going to do it. You know I'm going to do it in 8K. It's all going to be 8K. I mean, if I can do 4K right now, listen, if I'm doing 4K right now, do you really think that Mr. Future 8K is going to stop and just feed you 4K? 4K is the old news now. HDR is an old news. I want to be Mr. 8K soon. Soon, my friend. I want you to see how beautifully OLED looks from each angle with 108 megapixels, with 100 megabits per second bitrate, H.265 format, and 8K resolution. I want you fucking to see that. I want you to see my projectors and how beautiful they look. I want you to see every goddamn detail. I want you to zoom in 100% to see everything. Everything. Mr. 8K upscaler. Hell yeah. That's the plan. Ivan Maric, that's the plan. You know it, brother. You know it. It's gonna happen. That's it. Come on, man. 8K all the way. Mr. 8K upscaler. I'm sure somebody right now out there, it's bathing in salt. He's getting triggered. Mr. 8K upscaler. Yes. Yes. I don't think, honestly, at this point, dude, what the S20 Ultra is giving me, do I even need anything else? Seriously, do I need anything else? No, I stopped and I was thinking about this, dude. With the S20 Ultra, what the hell else can they give me? What, it's gonna make pancakes, or I'm gonna be able to barbecue kebabs on it? I don't know, like what else they gonna do? Make an ice cream, make a frappuccino, cappuccino from it? I don't know. What else they gonna make? Look, S20 Ultra, it's perfect. 6.9 inches, dude. If it goes any more above 6.9, then it's not a phone, it's a tablet. Don't worry, I'm gonna do it. It's like Tom Cruise says, if somebody says it's not possible, I'm gonna make it possible. You see, you have to have a Tom Cruise mentality. I think I realize why Tom Cruise is so successful. Because he takes no for an answer. If it's impossible, he's gonna make it possible. People were laughing at him. Dude, this guy cannot fly F-18C Hornet. Dude, he's an actor. Dude, while you were eating your Cheetos, while you were taking big chunks of shit in your toilet, Tom Cruise was getting trained by the jet fighter pilots, was getting his licenses, commercial licenses, pilot licenses. He's been a pilot for almost 10, 12 years now, maybe even longer. So yes, that is him on the F-18C Hornet taking off from that carrier. That's him. And yes, that's him feeling all the G's. Okay? That's all him. That's him breathing with the oxygen, mask that he has. That's all him. With that IMAX camera that it's looking in front of him and the IMAX camera behind him. That's him. How can he do it? Because he's the producer of the film and no one's going to be blamed if something goes wrong. Because he signs the voucher that, hey, I'm agreeing to do this. If something happens, it's on me. That's him. So when June 28th, whenever they release the movie, that's going to be him flying that thing. So you have to have a Tom Cruise mentality. If it's impossible, make it possible. Just make it possible. Right now I'm using a 10 Plus. I love 10 Plus, but I also love my iPhone 11 Pro Max. Let me tell you, and Joey, Expert Joey will tell you, dude, guys, don't get me wrong. Please, please, don't get me wrong. That beautiful AMOLED screen on 6.5, or was it 6.6 or 6.7 inches on the Note 10 Plus that I have. It's a beautiful screen. There's nothing wrong with the screen. I love it. I love the vivid colors. It's beautiful. However, there's something about the iPhone 11 Pro Max. When you look at that screen, dude, it's just, it's like some kind of, it's like a portal to a different world. It's unbelievable how crystal clear and how perfect the contrast ratio is and how beautifully the colors are leveled. No oversaturation. It's just amazing how easy it is to read even the tiniest of the letters. That phone is just bananas. But we're going to compare. When I get my S20 Ultra, I'm going to do the unboxing, and then I'm going to compare S20 Ultra to iPhone 11 Pro Max, and then I'm going to compare S20 Ultra to 11 Pro Max and Note 10 Plus. I'm going to compare S20 Ultra with those two other phones, Note 10 Plus and iPhone 11 Pro Max, and I'm going to compare all three of them side by side to see how it films with the cameras, the zoom in, the quality and all that stuff, the battery life, all of that. Well, there you go, Marcel. Yeah. I mean, look, Tom Cruise, you see, people forget something. And he said it openly, that Tom Cruise back in 1980, what was it, 1988? Or 1983, I forgot when it was. When they were when Tony Scott and Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer, when they were recruiting Tom Cruise when he was younger back then, when they were recruiting him, they told him, listen, we want you to be in this U.S. Navy. By the way, Top Gun, it's U.S. Navy. It's not the Air Force. And sometimes the Air Force doesn't like the ships. They don't like the boats. They don't like the Navy. But anyway, that's just the way it is with the military. The one outfit doesn't like the other outfit. So anyway, Top Gun, when he was hired to do that role as Maverick, this is documented, okay? Tony Scott, Jerry Bruckheimer, and Don Simpson, who he passed away a long time ago, another producer, they told him, listen, we're not going to do any practical effects. What we want you to do is we want you to be trained to sit in the back of the seat of F-14 Tomcat. So when we want you to know what it's like, the sheer power of this F-14 Tomcat. Back then in 1980s, F-14s, Tomcats were just a badass airplane, jet fighter. It has a lot. You could have a longevity on the fuel, so you can go long distances because you get plenty of reservoir inside that plane to hold the fuel, and he can carry a lot of bombs and everything. It was an excellent jet fighter, F-14, way better than MiG-29 in my opinion. So he was training. He was in the back seat because there's two seats. There's a front seat and there's a navigator back seat. So he was in the back seat, getting trained. There was a professional jet fighter Air Force pilot who were flying him in Nevada, spinning him up and down, left and right. So Tom Cruise got a taste of Air Force and piloting and aviation back in 1980s. So this is nothing new for Tom Cruise. You've seen the movie Mission Impossible Fallout. You guys have seen Mission Impossible Fallout. Guess who was flying that helicopter at the high speed in Iceland with all these narrow mountains and very low flying passage that he was flying through all these different mountain passes? That was Tom Cruise flying the chopper at the very high rate of speed. That's him. That's him. With the IMAX camera in the back. So you got a big movie superstar, and you got the IMAX camera, and you got the very expensive airplane. That was all him doing it. So the guy, it's serious. The thing about Tom Cruise that I like, he's passionate, dude, and he really, are you guys going to see it, man? When the movie comes out, you're going to see, oh my God, this guy is really serious. Yeah, he is serious, dude. He's as serious as a heart attack. But anyway, that movie's going to make a shitload of money. He's going to hopefully do what the U.S. Navy and the Air Force wants to do, and that's to recruit as many pilots as possible. And that's a good thing, because I'm tired of drones. The hell with the drones, man. That's so stupid. I mean, it's just so soft ass, soy bullshit milk crap. Let's sit somewhere in a can and let's just operate the drone. The hell with the operating the drone. You gotta be in that cockpit. You gotta be there. You gotta have the visual. You gotta see what's going on. The human can make better decisions than somebody sitting in a can acting like a video game, having some drone that's 3,000, 4,000 miles away somewhere out there dropping the bombs. So hopefully this movie will recruit more pilots and get more pilots to get on board to join the U.S. Navy or the Air Force, either or. Oh, they're both awesome, dude. Marcel, both of these guys are just top notch, man. They're just I'm just amazed with what amazes me the most about both of them. They're fearless. They're fearless. They're not afraid, and they're willing to take on the challenge. To me, there's not that many people that can do that, man. There's not that many, man. And he's one of them who's fearless. Both of them. But anyway, enough of Tom Cruise. Let's go ahead. Let's move on. Let's continue. Hey, what's up, Mr. Urban World Man? You want the Turbo Man? So my next purchase is going to be the Turbo Man, so that the Fold will have to wait. Was the jingle all the way? Jingle all the way. Let's do this.
The 30-second board.
Let's go. Even, I know what, man, at this point I would not go with the iPhone. At this point I would just go with the S20 Ultra, bro. If you want to have the best phone, I'm telling you, the S20 Ultra, that's gonna be just the perfect phone. I mean, don't you want to treat yourself with something perfect? Life is too short. Enjoy it, man. Have something perfect. Record 8K. Have fun with that phone, dude. That's gonna be a true cutting edge technology of a phone, you know. Should have bought the turbo, and I should have turboed and jingle all the way here with my turbo toy. I should have put the cookie inside the turbo toy to see what it can do. My Arnold, I'm losing my Arnold voiceover. Turbo Man, thank you, projector. Hold on. I'm a turbo. I can go back and forth here. Hey, you guys want me to do some F-18 live stream? You guys want me to do some flying? They tell me right now, you want me to do some F-18C Hornet? The horny Hornet F-18C? If I get to the chopper, there will be nobody left to go to the chopper. Dylan, you bastard. Instead of complaining, you should help. You were never too smart. This whole bullshit about the CIA, the cabinet minister. They were not cooked alive. I wish that they were cooked alive. They were skinned alive. I wish that they were skinned alive. The Predator, man. Listen, the Predator movie. Listen, you know what? I'll tell you something right now. That's it. I'm going to officially say it. This is the day. Today, I'm officially saying it for the record so that everybody can understand this. The best movie for me now of all times, even after I pass away and if I get reborn or whatever, the Predator is the best fucking movie ever created in history of cinema. That movie's so fucking good, man. From beginning to the end. Oh, what, you want me to do some F-18C Hornet? You guys want me to do that? F-18C Hornet. She's horny. She's a horny hornet. Especially when you dive into the hornet nest. She's very horny. Come on. This is the bullshit over here. Karma Chameleon. She says the same fucking thing. It was a... Hold on. What was it that girl that she says? What she says? Translate. She says the jungle came in and took him away. Bullshit. That's a bunch of half-assed, some, you know, who was it he said? Dylan says that's a bunch of half-assed 12 gorillas running around We're gonna get this. We're not getting hunted by a lizard. And then Arnold says something, Dylan, you still don't get it, do you? Whatever's out there. It was like, hold on. It was like, I'm trying not to laugh. Hold on. Dylan, you don't get it, do you? Whatever's out there killed Hopper. It's now after us. Oh my God, that movie. Predator's the best, man. That movie is so fucking good. And let's not forget Kevin Peter Hall. Listen, that movie had all the elements. The casting was perfect. The script was perfect. The acting was perfect. The one-liners were perfect. And of course, Kevin Peter Hall playing that Predator. It's just perfect. And of course, you know, Stan Winston team that came in to help out. And of course, John McTiernan, the guy who directed Die Hard and Die Hard with a Vengeance. John McTiernan, obviously, you know, heads off to John McTiernan. He also did The Hunt for Red October. The guy barely ever gets nowhere nearly enough credit, you know. And it's such a great film director, you know. But that's what happens with Hollywood. When you don't play by their games, then you get outcasted by Hollywood, you know. But yeah, man, it was perfect everything. Everything's so perfect in that movie, man. I can't find nothing bad, really. I mean, and then you got Jesse Ventura. I ain't got time to bleed. Well, you got time to duck. And then when he says, what the fuck he says? Bunch of I can't say it on here because it's too offensive. But back in the 80s, you could use that word, but now you cannot use that word. But all I can tell you is he finished the sentence and he says, "This will make you like a sexual tyrannosaur, just like me." Man, come on, guys. I mean, Predator is the best fucking movie ever made. Period. Predator 2 was okay. But, you know, how do you compete? You know what I mean? Yes, Bill Paxton was in it. Danny Glover did a good job. Bill Paxton did a good job. Bill Paxton, who passed away. I still can't believe Bill Paxton passed away. Like, what the fuck, man? Why are we losing so many good people? Like, I'm angry. I'm angry fucking right now. Why are we losing so many good people, man? All we're left is a bunch of assholes and cunts and bitches. You know, we're losing all the good people, man. Bill Paxton was in it. That actress Maria was in it. Gary Busey was in it. Adam Baldwin was in it. That was a good movie. It was a good movie, but you can't even hold not even an ounce of water in a glass to the Predator. Predator was just perfect. Classic forever. Yes, he did. Yes, even marriage, but I cannot allow that word here. Because YouTube is very sensitive when it comes to that word. Unless I was in 1987, you could use that word, but you cannot use that word in 2020. In 2020, that word will get you shut down the channel. Oh, 1 hour photo. That movie was creepy. I found Robin Williams very creepy in that movie. Like he you know what? Robin Williams, it's funny, of course, but at the same time, he can play a creep, like a really like a one of those happy shady creeps, you know, one of those pervert creeps, you know. You know, like, you know, he has that ability to do that. You know, it's interesting. And Joaquin Phoenix, man, you know, he's another one of those guys, you know, like, this guy can, like a chameleon, can transform from a comedic guy to a serious guy to a totally weirdo, unpredictable kind of guy. But that's what acting is about, right? The ability to switch between these different characters. All right, let's race. Let's do this. Let's do it. Let's get serious over here. Ooh, is that Carmen Electra? Who is that? Oh yeah, I remember. Let's do it in first person view. First person view. I'm sorry. Another great movie is Red Heat. James Belushi and Arnold Schwarzenegger. That was great, man. Red Heat. I remember when he came to a prison and he wanted to ask some questions, one of the prisoners. Ivanko, his name was Ivanko, and he was a Russian police officer, and he came in to visit the prison, and this guy, well actually James Belushi character says to Arnold, to Ivanko, this guy, he said to him, you can't touch this guy's ass. You can't even touch his ass. He's untouchable. You can't even touch his ass. And then Arnold goes like, I do not want to touch his ass. I just want to talk to him. It was so good. It was so fucking good, man. Those movies are fucking timeless, man. This garbage they make is such a soft ass, soy ass, milk crap. Like a half and half soy soft ass milk crap. It's like a cereal with some soy milk shit. Man, the 80s had the best goddamn movies, man. The best fucking movies. Joker won 2 Oscars. Well deserved. Well deserved, man. I'm so happy for Joaquin. Joaquin's a cool guy. He's a cool dude. You know? Maria Conchita Alonso. Oh my gosh, she's so hot. By the way, wait a minute. Maria, she worked with Arnold in The Running Man, right? Yeah, dude. She worked with Arnold in The Running Man. I remember she was in The Running Man. That was another great movie, The Running Man. Oh man, that was a fucking great movie. You know that game show where you have to fight to death? Oh yeah, 80s movies. I mean, look at all these movies. Top Gun, like the TV shows like Miami Vice, and God, but even Beverly Hills 90210 was still decent. You got the Knight Rider, dude, the A-Team. Dude, it's just like Red Heat, Commando, Rambo 2, Rambo 3, Delta Force 1, Delta Force 2, Missing in Action 1, Missing in Action 2, Bloodsport. Dude, so many movies. Let's not forget, of course, Born on the 4th of July, Wall Street, dude, JFK movie with Kevin Costner. Oh, Jesus. And you got Mel Gibson with Lethal Weapon. Oh, dude. I mean, the list goes on and on. They got Aliens, The Abyss. Oh, dude, I mean... What a great time, dude. The 80s were so fucking good. You know what? We're never going to see that again. Not to mention the video game consoles with the cartridges. You put in a cartridge and you start playing. Dude, if I had a... Let me tell you, man. If I, hypothetically, ever meet the aliens and aliens ask me, what is your wish? What would you like to do? What can we do for you? Telepathically, they're talking to me and they said, what can we do for you, Mr. 4K? What is your wish? While we are, while we abducting you here inside the UFO craft, I said, okay, after you guys finish abducting me, I tell you what, I want to go back in time. You guys have a time machine? Good. Send me back in time 1987. Can you send me back in time? 1987. That's where I want to be. The best year ever. 1987. Hell yeah. RoboCop. Yeah, I forgot about RoboCop. RoboCop was released. Yeah. Hell, even 1984 would be great, you know. So many great movies, bro. And the music too. Come on, man. Look at the music. The Queen, the Phil Collins, Genesis, God, Metallica, the Guns N' Roses, and Aerosmith. Jesus, man. Run DMC, MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice. Fuck, man. It's crazy. Crazy time. Predator 2, yeah, The Running Man. But look, man, I don't listen. Here's the thing. I know this is a new generation, and I don't expect this new generation to understand what the 80s were like, what the 90s were like. Of course, they can't, because they were not existing. They were never born at that time. So it's impossible for them to know. I get it. I understand that. But, man, I got to tell you, looking in comparison, in the contrast, in the comparison, I don't think that... there is no comparison, if you ask me, honestly. In my opinion. The 80s were just so much fucking better, dude. Oh yeah, they were more natural. You know, they didn't shave like they're shaving now. I mean, they were trimmed and all that, but it's like it was just different, man. Everything was just... People were not uptight, you know. Like today, people are so uptight. Everybody's paranoid. That's the worst part. Is in today's times, everyone is paranoid. Everyone's just paranoia. Why is he driving so close to me? Who is he? Is he following me? Should I call the cops on him? Why is he behind me? Maybe he's going the same way you are going. Maybe because he lives in the same freaking neighborhood where you live. Just so happens you guys are going at the same time to the same damn neighborhood. Don't be so goddamn paranoid. No one's out there to get you. Not everybody's out there to get you. Not everyone is out there to get you. Sure, you're in the wrong place in the wrong freaking time. Shit happens, of course. But people are so paranoid these days. It's unfucking believable. The paranoia is just like through the goddamn roof. Me too, man. I miss the 8-bit days. It was good times, man. Excellent times. So freaking hot in here. Oh, it's my lights that I have here. I know, Mr. Urban World, you told me about it. Yeah, Giovanni, those are great times, bro. Great times. I gotta read some of these. I gotta read the chat room. Been too busy with this game. Marcel. Yeah. By the way, Marcel is the pilot. It was the ex-pilot. So let's give a round of applause for the pilots. Thank you for your service, Marcel. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. See what else we got. Yeah, don't worry. Be happy. Good song. I'm just kind of going back up, reading some of the chat that I missed, because I like to see what people are saying. You know what I mean? Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. Yes, Giovanni. Yes, it's an amazing an amazing phone that I'm gonna get. You already know it. I mean, it's not even a secret. You already know it. I'm gonna get it. It comes with the earbuds, those earpods, wireless earpods, AKG ones. So can't complain, man. Euro the Jill, 100 days until next new masterpiece will release, The Last of Us 2. Yeah, Last of Us 2, man. I'm gonna live stream that thing in 4K like this, but of course I'm gonna be much smaller. I'm gonna decrease myself. I'm not gonna be this big, obviously, because I want you to experience the. I want to live stream The Last of Us 2, Part 2 in 4K, completely in 4K, and then I want to use my 8K camera to show you how it looks on a OLED, QLED, and a 4K HDR projector with my 8K camera. I want to do some tweaking, some picture settings. I like to mess around with the picture settings. And who knows? Who knows, guys? Your wishes might be coming true. I heard you. I heard people saying, Mr. 4K, you let us down. You let me down. Sony X900E. I still have that TV. Can you help me, sir? Don't worry. I might resurrect him. I might bring back Sony X900E and show you guys some new tweaking picture settings that you can use with The Last of Us Chapter 2. Okay, so I'm going to be working on that coming. I got a lot of plans, guys. I got a bunch of plans for this year. It's just I'm taking it one day at a time, see how everything develops. But I got a lot of plans for videos and live streams and all sorts of different things. Not to mention, I mean, Jesus Christ, 8K television that I'm looking for, the one from TCL during the summer, this 8K telephone, and of course, a bunch of games that are coming out, Amazon, Google, cloud gaming, and on top of the cloud gaming, we got, obviously, the new consoles coming out. We got Xbox Series X, we got PlayStation 5, E3 show. There's tons of stuff happening. Tons of stuff happening. So there'll be plenty of videos. I got plenty of things on my mind as to what I want to do, like 6 months from now, into September, October, November, stuff like that. It's 1300. Well, it is 1400 for the Ultra, and it's 1600 for 512 gigabytes. 128 gigabytes. It's 1400. I know it's expensive. But man, if you want to have the best, right? You know, if you want to have the best, you got to pay the piper. What's that old saying? If you want to have the best, you have to pay the piper. The piper. Oh, Danny boy, play the pipes. You got to pay the piper. All right. So guess what? Same thing here. I got to pay the piper if I want to have that 8K resolution, that 8K recording, 108 ridiculous megapixels with H.265 codec. That's the clarity on the video is going to be just bananas. Pure bananas, fresh bananas. Oh, Big Mike, listen, man. Z9F. If you ever listen, if I had Z9D, forget Z9F. If I only had Z9D, that would be it for me. I still think Z9D, it's one of the best that Sony has ever created. Of course, Z9F is superior, a little bit superior. But for me, the Z9D, man, let me tell you, I'm so pissed off, dude. I'm so pissed off. I had a chance. I had a chance to get Z9D. And you guys gonna hate me for this. You're gonna hate me now. You're gonna hate me like forever. I had opportunity. I can't believe I missed out on this. What an idiot. This guy, this ugly mug, what an idiot. Because I know some people in Magnolia. And once in a while they hook me up, they help me out, right? When I say hook me up, I mean give me a discount and stuff like that, or whatever. Or something that's from, like, if a Sony executive shows up from a district in Miami and they're testing the new televisions and they know me, I know them, sometimes they would offer me a discount. I had this opportunity, this perfect opportunity to get this Z9D 65-inch Z9D. Are you ready? For the price of $1,700. $1,700 for a 65-inch Z9D. And I didn't buy it. Guess what I bought? Can you guess what I bought? Yes, E8 OLED LG. That's what I bought. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I made a mistake buying a E8 OLED, but I could have bought B9, C9, E9 with a G-Sync, okay, capabilities. I could have bought it. I could have waited and buy OLED now. I could have waited for OLED to buy it now. But that Z9D, that opportunity that I missed, man, oh fuck, man, I regret it totally. And it was really a bargain. It was like almost brand new, dude. There was nothing missing. It's just the guy opened it and then returned it for whatever various fucking reasons. Everything was still in there intact. I can't believe I missed out on that opportunity, man. I'm telling you, man, Z9D. I missed that shit. I know how Z9D. I watched the Spider-Man on Z9D. I watched a bunch of other movies. I watched the what was it? The Infinity War. I watched it on Z9D. I watched it in Magnolia. I watched the Black Panther on Z9D. It looks freaking phenomenal, man. The colors, everything, the way it pops from the screen. Yeah, man, Z9D. Listen, if you guys can find Z9D for like a really good price, for like a really good deal, and if you have Oppo UDP, oh man, you're gonna really enjoy. You're gonna be in heaven with that peak brightness that Z9D has, with that contrast ratio, with that local dimming that Z9D has, or Z9F2, of course, as well. You're just gonna be blown away by that Dolby Vision. The Dolby Vision on Z9D, man. You haven't experienced Dolby Vision till you experience it on Z9F and Z9D. Yeah, Big Mike, I gotta go stop by and check out. I just didn't have a chance to check out some of those channels because I was so busy with the cloud gaming. I was so busy doing the cloud gaming that I honestly didn't get a chance to watch everyone else, like the Spare Change and who's the other guy? I forgot his name. Fate to Black. I want to see what he's doing, check some of his stuff, and then who else? The big what's his name? The big tech guy from UK, Paul from UK, the big tech guy. I haven't get a chance to watch some of his videos. It's just I was so busy, man, like focusing on the cloud gaming and other things. But dude, it just reminds me like what an opportunity, man, I had to have that Z9D. But you know what? I might go back to Sony X900E. I think it would be interesting. I think this would be a good, interesting experiment. I really thought about this, really, to see what I can squeeze from Sony X900E versus Samsung QLED Q8FN to see what I can squeeze in terms of picture quality and how much of a difference it really is there between the Q8FN and Sony X900E. I think that would be an interesting experiment to kind of to revisit Sony X900E, because I still have it, to revisit Sony X900E with a Samsung Q8FN. I think that'd be an interesting comparison. Yeah, man, I know I got to get back into the TVs. I know I've been just kind of like been so focused now with the cloud gaming, and you know, it's just that I totally forgot. You know, I'm like, hold on a second, Mr. 4K. You know, I mean, what about the televisions, dude? You know. So yeah, Giovanni Val, yeah, that TV. Well, he'll tell you, Big Mike. Big Mike will tell you. He's seen it, right? Big Mike, I'm sure you've seen it. You've seen Z9D, you've seen Z9F, and guys, you have to see it in person. That Sony TV, you got to see that Dolby Vision in person. I was lucky enough to see it on a 75-inch Z9F and Z9D. 75-inch. They do have a 75-inch. I think that's the one in Magnolia that I saw. And when you see that quality, that Dolby Vision, man, especially with the movie like the Tom Cruise movie, what was the name of it? The Edge of Tomorrow. When you watch that, oh, dude, it just looks unbelievable, man. Yeah, I think, you know, it just reminded me, you know, that just how good Sony televisions can be, man. Don't discount the. I mean, no one should ever. Don't underestimate Sony television, guys. Don't laugh at the remote control. I know remote control is kind of whatever. Okay, it's just like a regular remote control, and I know it has an Android built into it with a Chromecast. Fine, whatever, has a Chromecast in there, whatever, okay. But the quality on that Z9D, that Bravia Z9D, the Z9F, with that chip, what was it, X1, or was it X1 Extreme chip? It was something like that. The processing, the upscaling, the local dimming, the color accuracy of Rec 709 and BT 2020. High measurement of DCI-P3, high measurement of Rec 709, high measurement of BT 2020. You want the best of 10-bit color? Well, I'm pissed because I had a great opportunity, and you know, the reason I'm pissed now is because what Big Mike has mentioned. It just reminded me what a fool I was. I had my ass so far up the OLED that, you know, I just like, no, I gotta go with the OLED. I gotta go with the OLED. The OLED is the OLED. The OLED's the OLED. The best picture perfect contrast ratio. No one has a better contrast ratio than OLED. Blah 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 blah. But then I totally forgot. Well, hey man, you saw Z9D. You've seen it. You compared. I mean, I've seen it side by side next to the OLED. And of course, the peak brightness of the Z9D and Z9F, it makes OLED look like a dimmed television. No, really, it makes the OLED look like a dimmed television. Like it's dimmed, like somebody turned the shades on and pulled down the shades. Guys, do yourself a favor, and I'm not bullshitting you. Do yourself a favor. Go to your nearest Best Buy. If you're here in the United States or even in Canada, they have a Best Buy in Canada. Go to your nearest Best Buy in Magnolia and ask them to show you a Z9F with 75-inch. And holy mother of God, you're going to be drooling like nonstop. Yeah, X1 Ult. Oh, man. You see, man, that's what happens when I had my ass so far up the OLED, when I had my head up to so far up to OLED's ass, because all I saw was the OLED. And here's the thing that pissed me off. I paid a higher price for that OLED than what I would have paid for the Z9D back in 2017. Think about that, man. I paid a higher price for the OLED, and I had to wait for the damn thing to show up from South Korea for like 3 months or some shit like that. It was on the boat, I guess, apparently, when I could have easily just buy myself for $1,700 Z90 65-inch. What a fucking fool I was. Oh God, no, dude, just it pisses me off, man, really. But anyway, we're gonna do. You know, that's life. You know, you make mistakes, you realize, fuck, man, made a bad decision. You know. Oh, excellent, dude. Are you kidding me? What's the local dimmings? I think it's like above, is it 400 or is it 300 local dimming zones? I think more than 300, right? No, Z9. We're talking about a Z9. A9G, that's the OLED, right? No, it's okay, Giovanni. Don't worry about it, man. That's OLED. We're talking about the LED backlit full array of local dimming technology, which is Z9D and Z9F. But there's nothing wrong with the A9F. It's still a great OLED. But if you're gonna go with the OLED, you might as well go with the LG. With the LG, you get more features, you get more stuff, you get a better remote control. So if you're gonna go with the OLED, I always tell people go with the LG. But if you're gonna go with the LCD LED Z9D from Sony, it's just the Bravia from Z9F and Z9D. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. You got to see it, man. I just had flashbacks because I remember how fucking good that Z9F and how fucking good that Z9D and Z9F 75-inch really looked. Really. It's crazy. Yeah, Big Mike, 300 local dimming zones, full array of local dimming zones called FALD, full array of local dimming zones, 300, and the contrast ratio, it's really like almost as equal to the OLED, man. It's just bananas. The only difference is Z90, it's so bright. I think it goes up to close to 2,000 nits. I think the Z9F, it's like over 2,000 nits. 2,000 nits, man. Watching a Dolby Vision with that high quality of local dimming zones that's going to give you beautiful viewing angles and a beautiful picture perfect contrast ratio. What is a contrast ratio? Contrast ratio will give you a really great depth of picture with the black digital levels and white digital levels, so everything will look with more depth to it. And the high color measurement of DCI-P3 and Rec 709 and BT 2020, what this basically is the color measurement, the spectrum of colors. They're measuring how accurate the colors are of that television, the full white color gamut of 10-bit. And man, guys, you got to see it for yourself. He just reminded me, Big Mike just reminded me, just like what I was missing. And I should have gone for that Z9D, man. I'm telling you, if I would still use that Z9D. I would still have that Z9D. I wouldn't bother with anything else. Because I wouldn't feel like I would have to bother with anything else if I have that Z9D. You know. Marcel, yeah. Yeah, listen, guys. Z9D, Z9F. You will not make a mistake if you buy that TV. I don't even think you'll have to do much of picture settings on that TV to begin with. But another thing I want to say about a Sony TV, and this is true. This is so true, man, because when it comes to calibrating televisions, Sony TV really, it's calibrators' dream come true. The amount of features that Sony TV, even Sony X900E has tons of features, and it's perfect for calibrating. Really, calibrators, they love Sony TV, and they also love Sony projectors as well, because the amount of features, advanced, in-depth features that Sony gives you, all the necessary tools to totally adjust every color, every tone of color, temperature, sharpness, contrast, black digital levels, white digital levels, all of that stuff. It gives you all the necessary tools for you to adjust everything to the best possible ways. And with a Sony, you're definitely going to have that advantage. Yeah, man. Yeah, see, I just totally forgot, man. You see, I've been doing this for such a long time that I sometimes forget. I have to remind myself, I have to pinch myself and remind myself, hey, dude, you know these guys at Magnolia, you've been there, you've seen all these televisions. Like, why are you hesitant about Sony? I don't get it, man. Like, why the fuck was I hesitant about Sony? You know what it is? I think I was getting so much backlash. Here's what happened. I was getting so much backlash for only being an LCD guy, an LCD LED guy, that people said, you're hate for OLED, you're just hating on OLED, you hate OLED, you just hate OLED. And I felt like that's not true. I love OLED, and I felt like people were like really coming after me because they felt that I'm biased against OLED. They felt that I'm just totally biased against OLED. And of course, I did make some videos about the OLED. They were not pretty videos, where I was criticizing the OLED about the low peak brightness, and criticizing the OLED about a lack of a ability to fix the retention on the screen and potential burn-in and all that stuff. And what happened is I just felt maybe I should go back to the OLED and revisit the OLED. Now, I don't want people to get the wrong idea here. I've tested the E8, the 8 models and 9 models. I think you're pretty much, it's a safe bet. If you go with the 8 series or 9 series, I think you're going to have a much better experience with the OLED. And I would recommend everyone to go with the E series. I think E series is definitely the better model. The way that Gorilla Glass is designed on it, it is heavy. That E8 super heavy, but I think the E8 gives you better production value, better features, and I think the E series is definitely the best from the LG, in my opinion. I know, me too, man. Because I was so limited, man. Look, I know I got a lot of subscribers now who are into cloud gaming, and they follow the cloud gaming, and I've been trying to cover the cloud gaming, but I really want to get back into Sony X900E just to see what I can do with the X900E in terms of like tweaking the picture settings, and to see the comparison between the something like Q8FN versus Sony X900E, and to show people just how good even 900E still is. Don't discount the 900E either. It's still a great television, guys. All right. Yes, it doesn't have Dolby Vision, of course, but it has a lot of features available in that television that was going to help you get the best possible picture that you can get, that give you all the tools necessary for that. Oh shit, man. Darcy, that sucks, bro. Sorry to hear that, bro. Oh. What kind of 3D TV was it? I still have my LG Cinema, 3D Cinema, and I still have my Vizio 3D 75-inch television. But look, 3D is good. Don't get me wrong. Watching movies in 3D on a 75-inch, even on a 47-inch that I have, it's good. But you have to remember, those televisions are getting old, and the quality of the color is not that good. The DCI-P3 color measurement is not that good because they're sRGB televisions. They're using an 8-bit, they're not 10-bit. Like I said, the 3D effect is still good. The avatar looks good, but I think there's something missing with those old 3D discontinued televisions. And I have it. My LG is right over here, dude. I'm not kidding. It's right over here, right in front. It's shit. Maybe I can show it to you. I can bring the camera up. Maybe I can. Hold on. Here. It's right here, guys. I'm not kidding. Here, check it out. It's right here. There it is. It's right there. There it is. You see the glasses? See the glasses? There it is. It's right there. It's right there. Okay. So, so what I'm trying to say is, I have no issues with those old 3D televisions. I mean, I can still watch 47-inch 3D LG Cinema 3D. One of the advantages about that TV is it has a ability to convert every and each 2D content into a 3D content with a passive 3D glasses that you can wear. So basically, you can watch any content, any movie, any game with a 3D conversion. Now, the 3D conversion, it's not gonna, it looks okay on some content, but not on all of them. But there's still something missing, and what's missing, obviously, is the, that color accuracy, lack of a high contrast ratio, and of course, it's using a sRGB instead of the 10-bit color YUV 420, or so. I can still watch my 3D TV. It doesn't bother me. But like I said, you're not getting that, there's something missing. The color accuracy, it's missing. Anyway, let's do this. I like how this live stream takes a turn from one thing to another. I love that. All right, let's do this. Oh, really? Hold on a second. Well, that's okay. I mean, I'll just unblock him. I'll go to his. I honestly don't know how to do that, man. Like, what happened is I tried to. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go to his channel, Fade to Black, and I can see if I can maybe unblock him. See if I can find him here. Let me see. He still has that green profile picture, right? That green profile picture. Oh, there it is, dude. Fade to Black, 1,400 subscribers. I got you, man. Let me see. Oh, I see. He was blocked. Sorry about that. I don't know which. It probably was one of the moderators to whom I have removed. Man, listen, I've been having a lot of problems with some of my moderators. I had to be very careful to whom I give the wrench. There's certain ones I can trust, but then, like, there's others that I cannot trust. So sorry about that, man. Like I said, I'm gonna unblock him right now. So, okay, so he's unblocked. He can join. Let me see. Yeah, he's unblocked now. So yeah, he's good, man. Tell him he's good now. Yeah, he's good. He's good. I got him. It's good to go. This is why I'm trying to cut down on my moderators. I just want to get like one or two, like a few, 5 good moderators. That's what I'm looking for. 5 good moderators to whom I can trust, you know. Because the last thing I want to see, somebody's getting blocked for no good reasons. You know, I don't want to do that. That's not what I'm in for, you know. So. Oh my goodness. Oh, this track is hard. Oh my goodness. This is hard, man. This is bananas. Oh, come on, come on. Oh my goodness. This game can be really difficult, man. Trust me. With this game, you gotta be so focused. It's all about timing, how you like accelerate and when you hit on the brakes and how much of increase of acceleration do you use once you jump on this on one of these gaps. It's amazing how stable this game is. You know, I think this is one of the reasons, guys, why Google Stadia, when you play games on Google Stadia, you know you're going to have a great experience because the game's going to work flawlessly because they spend so much time, you know, patching the game, fixing the game, making sure that it works tailor-made for Google Stadia. Now, granted, guys, and I said this before, you gotta have a stable internet connection. You know, without a stable internet connection, you shouldn't even think about any cloud gaming, let alone Google Stadia. So having a stable internet is the key. Oh, did you see that jump? Oh my goodness. Ah, shit. Oh, yeah, man. The 3D movies are still good, man. I collected a bunch of 3D movies, man. I got over 139. I think 143. I'm sorry, not 139. I forgot the that I got Edge of Tomorrow and a bunch of others. So 143 3D movies, 3D Blu-ray movies, including the Avatar, Titanic, Top Gun, Jurassic Park, etc., etc. And 3D movies are still great. Honestly, there's something about a 3D movie. When you're watching a movie in 3D, it really it brings like a different experience to the whole movie. Like the movie feels better in some ways, man. You feel like you're there. Like watching Pirates of Caribbean, man. God, man, you gotta see Pirates of Caribbean in 3D. Watching Pirates of Caribbean in 3D, man, to me it's like I'll never go back to watching Pirates of Caribbean on a 2D. It has to be 3D. That movie, so many effects, so much going on, so much depth in the picture, and same thing with The Hobbit. Watching Hobbit, you know, I got the whole Hobbit trilogy. I'm gonna show you how many 3D movies I have, man. It's like ridiculous. And watching movies in 3D is just perfect. And of course, Avatar is one of my favorites. So watching Avatar in 3D, it's like you can't watch that movie any other way. It has to be in 3D, man. It is what it is. That movie was made for 3D, and it looks the best in 3D. People ask me, what do I prefer? Passive 3D glasses or active shutters? Active shutters, in my opinion, was a failure. First of all, it's too heavy. You gotta charge the batteries, and there was always issues with the shutters. They're not working. It's too dimmed sometimes, and passive 3D is just better. You know, the glasses are much lighter. You're comfortable watching a movie. It doesn't feel heavy onto your sinuses. You know, like, believe me, guys, passive 3D glasses is the best way to go. Not active shutters. But I heard that James Cameron is currently working with Philips and Dolby 3D cinema. He wants to bring Avatar 2 with Dolby 3D, and people ask, what is the Dolby 3D? Well, Dolby 3D, it's a 3D cinematic experience where you are not required to have any glasses. You don't have to wear anything. Basically, the projector and the screen that you're watching it on is going to do all the magic. Okay, kind of like a Nintendo 3DS, if you will, but it's not exactly like Nintendo 3DS. It's a stereoscopic experience where it doesn't require you to wear glasses, and that's what he's working on right now. And he's working on that, and we'll see what happens. You know, maybe the Avatar 2, the release of Avatar 2 in 2021, November, December, whenever they decide to release it. I think probably November 2021, or possibly December. We'll see. I think the 3D Dolby Cinema with Avatar 2 could change and turn tables around and bring the 3D and bring us the best 3D. And I think Avatar 2 sequel will bring us the best possible 3D. The 3D that we all wanted, without any glasses. You just turn on your TV, turn on your projector, and boom, the 3D magic is happening. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about the Avatar and what the James Cameron's going to do with Dolby 3D cinema, and those specific cameras that he's working with the Philips. Those specific Philips cameras they're like designed to go underwater, and filming underwater with 3D, it's a bit tricky. So what he's doing, it's a technical headache, because you got too many obstacles. The equipment doesn't work that well underwater, especially with the cameras. So and he's shooting a lot of that movie underwater. So I can't wait to see the Avatar 2, man, and what he's going to bring. But the most importantly, can't wait to see what Dolby 3D cinema will bring next year, once they finally start releasing the Avatar 2. That will be the first theatrical Dolby 3D cinema representation, and can't wait for that, man. So I'm kind of excited about that. All right, guys. Well, I gotta get running. I gotta get going. As you can see, Google Stadia, man. It looks beautiful. It works even in 4K. It works well. But remember, to truly appreciate Google Stadia, guys, you gotta have that Chromecast Ultra. You gotta have the 4K, good 4K HDR television, and you're gonna see for yourself just like how beautiful these games are running from a cloud data center. And in my opinion, when it comes to cloud gaming, in terms of quality, I think Google Stadia has the best quality, man. I'm sorry, xCloud, it's only phone 720p. GeForce Now, it's only 1080p 60. This right here, man, it's 4K in HDR. All right, so I'm gonna get going, guys. Thank you for Darcy, that's because of 4K. That's because of 4K that was blooming back in 2015 and 2014. I think 2015, actually, yeah, it was 2015. 2015 was really the year that kind of killed 3D television, because 2015 really started pushing the 4K, and the 4Ks became more affordable, and the very first console from the Xbox One S was released with the 4K capabilities, a very first 4K player built inside a console with the HDR for the movies and gaming. The very first 3 HDR games, Gears of War 4 in HDR, Forza Horizon 3 in HDR, and there was another game that was in HDR, Sea of Thieves, right? So in 2015, things started changing. The table started turning, And then in 2016, obviously, you had PlayStation 4 Pro coming out, and that kind of changed the whole perspective on 4K and HDR. And then now you have 4K HDR consoles. And then in 2017, we had November 7, 2017, we had Xbox One X. So 2015 really kind of, in 2016, jumpstart the whole 4K revolution. And I think that's why the 3D died off. 4K killed 3D televisions. I'm telling you, that's the only reason why. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. I'm out of here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I appreciate you watching the stream, and we'll see. We'll do something tomorrow. Hey, what's up, Fate to Black, man? Sorry that one of my moderators blocked you. I don't know who it was, man, but the Big Mike told me that someone, one of my moderators, which I probably had removed that moderator a long time ago. I had no idea that he had blocked you, because this is one of the things I've learned. Fate to Black is, this is why I cannot have too many moderators. I can only have like few moderators like Derek and others, like 5 maybe, to whom I can really trust. But I had too many moderators, and those moderators some of them were abusing that wrench. And while I was playing the video games, I had no idea that they had blocked some people. And I was like, what? So, sorry about that. It's just that I had some shitty moderators, basically. Thanks, man. I appreciate you understanding that, So I see you doing a bunch of Z9D, Z9F videos, man. I gotta check your Z9F videos. I was just talking to Big Mike about how much I miss the opportunity that I had to buy the Z9D for $1,700. I had a great opportunity to buy a Z9D for $1,700. What happened is I was so glued into the OLED that I ended up buying the OLED E8, and I paid a higher price for that E8. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining about my E8 OLED. I'm not complaining about it. It's still a good TV. It's still a great TV. But part of me wished that I had purchased that Z9D. Part of me had wished that I purchased that Z9D for $1,700. It had everything intact. It was a 65-inch Z9D, Bravia, and it was, what basically happened is somebody from Miami District came in to my area where my Best Buy is, and they brought this Z9D for them to sell it on the floor, used, because somebody opened it and just returned it. Like the guy didn't even use the TV, that Z9D. He didn't even plugged it in. He just opened it and decided to, hell with it, bring it back for whatever the reason, whatever the weird reason. Okay? And it had everything in it, man. It was perfect condition, nothing wrong with it. And I choose to go with the E8 OLED. And some lucky bastard out there is still probably rocking that Z9D. It's still probably, I know, man. I could have bought that too, but I went with the E8. Yeah. CN. Well, look, man, this is our hobby. It's like a hobby. We love televisions. We love variety, and I love a lot of stuff, man. If you look at my channel, it's not just the televisions. I enjoy I enjoy variety, man. I enjoy technology. I got VR headset. I've got monitors. I've got projectors. I just showed you the 3D TV. I've got tons of stuff. That's because I enjoy variety. I enjoy technology, and this is what I try to tell people, the thing about my channel is it's not just a strictly TV channel. And I think some people had this misconception thinking it's just a strictly TV channel. I like variety, man. That's the thing about my channel is, of course, it's me. It's this guy, this ugly mug. But to me personally, it was really about variety. Sharing variety, sharing my passion and what I like, what type of equipment and technology I like to use, to share it with you guys, to let you know if maybe you might be interested in this. And that's really what it was all about, guys. It's really about me sharing my passion and love for some of the cutting edge bleeding technology that's out there. Obviously, it's expensive, of course. All of this is expensive. It's not cheap. All right, I don't want people to think, believe me, I work my ass off for what I have. It's not given to me, okay? But it's the experience. You know what? I always tell people, it's sometimes it's good to experience stuff, And I don't mean just technology. My whole point is it's good to experience variety. And I think that's the whole point I was trying to make with with this whole cloud gaming thing, that it's good that we have variety. I think it's good that there's Google Stadia. I think it's good that we have the fact that you can play this game on your 4K HDR television from a cloud data center. That's pretty awesome. With minimalistic setup. It's good that we have GeForce Now where you can play your existing games. It's good that we have variety. I like variety. You know, because that's what makes it worthwhile. That's what keeps it exciting, is having the variety. Trying different things. You know. Are Samsung 4K HDR TV worth it? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Samsung is definitely worth it, man. For sure. Let me tell you, KS8000. That was definitely the best purchase that I have made. I remember Ron John. This was back in 2016. I bought a 7700 LG in-plane switching IPS television, and I was totally disappointed just how terrible the contrast ratio was, how terrible the local dimming was. The local dimming was like non-existent on that television, and I was like, what the hell did I purchase? And then what happened is, if I remember correctly, it was, who the hell was it that kind of got me into it? Oh yeah, it was, well, we used to call him Mr. VHS Ambassador back then, but we're cool now. Me and him, we'd had our fights and whatnot. Hard 8, he did a video where he showed his Samsung KS8000 quantum dot television, and I was really blown away how beautiful that TV looks. I was like, God damn, man. I'm rocking this little shitty, Vizio M55C2. I'm rocking this little piece of shit, in-plane switching IPS LG, crappy television, and I'm like, look at this. This is some new technology. The quantum dots. What are the quantum dots for? Then I start learning about that. I've been learning about the how the quantum dots, these little crystals, billions of these little crystals, they enhanced a wider spectrum of color to create that beautiful color accuracy measurement of DCI-P3. Okay, and I was blown away by that. And then what I did, I spoke to my friend Ron John, and Ron John says, man, you got to go with the KS8000, bro. And I did. I did that video is still up there, as a matter of fact. If you look up the Samsung KS8000 unboxing, I still have that TV, the 65-inch Samsung KS8000. And let me tell you, that was probably the best purchase that I ever made in terms of television-wise. The KS8000, man. Oh yeah, Fade to Black. Fade to Black. You've seen my videos. You've seen all of them. Ron John has seen them. Even Dirty Sprite has seen them. All of you guys have seen them. It was excellent, excellent. I gave that TV to my brother. He left it in his bedroom, and he always tells me, dude, he says, thank you so much for this TV, because he just can't believe just how good that TV really is, even in his bedroom. I remember that I let him use a 65-inch in his bedroom, and he just compliments that TV all the time. It's like such a great. I said that's probably one of their best flagship Samsung TVs in 2016, 2015. Just there was nothing that in my opinion that came close to that until of course obviously Z90 came out, which was pretty expensive, $6,000, $7,000. People couldn't reach that far to afford that TV. But KS8000 came in many different shapes. Came curved with a K8500, KS8500. There was a 9500 that was curved, but I didn't care much about the curvature. I really love the flat, just design of it. All right, guys. There you go, Derek. Well, Derek will tell you he's got the KS8000. He loves it, and yeah, man, we'll talk some more, man. We're gonna do some more stuff. I got a bunch of plans that I'm gonna do in the next week or so, in the next few months. I'm putting a bunch of things together, so we'll have a lot of fun, man. So hey, thank you, Fade to Black, for stopping by as well. Like I said, I apologize on behalf of the moderator. I don't know who that moderator was, but whoever it was, I have put him into the 4K pyramid. I blocked him, whoever that person was. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll let you guys know what I'm doing tomorrow. Keep an eye on the community forums. By the way, people ask me, what is the 4K pyramid? This is something that I use as a joke. You know, when I block somebody who is harsh or somebody who is just spamming, you know, a real hater. I put him in a 4K pyramid, 4K blocking pyramid. So they go inside the pyramid. All right. Oh yeah, Hard 8. Yeah, me and Hard 8 used to go at it, man, all the time, bro. Oh my God. It was fun. Listen, man, I enjoyed it. Let me tell you, man, I had a great time. People are gonna say, no, but dude, I had a great time, man. It was fun, man. And he kind of broke the ice. You know, Hard 8 broke the ice. He kind of like he put me out there on the spotlight, which was great for me. He gave me a lot of publicity. So, you know, Hard 8 is a cool guy, you know, and he does look. He uses comedy sometimes, you know, and people don't get the comedy that he's using. People take everything too seriously, you know what I mean? But he uses comedy. Like, dude, it's a comedy. So if he goes after you and says this, and that, dude, it's a comedy. Like, don't take it too personal. Some people, they take stuff too personally, you know. But I get his comedy, dude. I got it at the end, and we've been cool ever since, you know. You know what I mean? All right, Fate to Black. Thank you, man. Absolutely. It's all about that, man. One love, one respect, man. That's it. All right, fellas. Well, it's 1 o'clock and 10 minutes a.m. and I am out of here. Keep an eye on my community forums. Community forums is the best place for you to check and see what I'm doing next. So go check out the community forums. That's where you will know what I'm doing next. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to see you soon. I'll see you soon. I'll see you very soon. Have a good one, though. Enjoy your Thursday. And be good. Take care of yourselves. All right? Cheers. And all the good jazz. Ah.